pour it on my cereal, dunk some Oreos in it. That's normal.
Welcome, everybody, to the Bob and Katie Show.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Bob. Are you messing with me?
I don't even know how to respond to that. I don't know.
This memory card. Are you messing with me?
No. Where'd you find it?
Right there.
On the table.
On the table. It was not here. So we need to give people context. About what, a week and a half ago?
Something like that.
Week and a half ago, Reese, which is our youngest son, a year old, got into my bag. And when you found him, he had a memory card in his hand, right?
No.
No, it was on the floor.
No, I never saw a memory card.
Flash drive. I'm sorry. Flash drive. It was the red one. It was on the floor. I picked it up because he was going in the bag. Well, I put it back in the pocket where he got it out of and didn't think anything of it until I needed my memory card that was in it.
Well, it started, you had a bunch of stuff all over our kitchen table.
Yes.
Your laptop and various just stuff spread all over. And I think we were about to eat dinner or something. For some reason, you were having to clear off the table. Mm-hmm. And, you know, surprise, surprise, you were doing it a little bit angrily. I wasn't in there. And you just moved everything. And, like, your laptop was in the laundry room. You know, stuff was around. It was around. And then you're like, where is my memory card?
Yeah.
And Reese had been in your laptop bag, which was sitting on the floor. Your laptop was not in it. Mm-hmm. Like I said, it was on top of the washing machine. Don't know why. But it's like...
He definitely went into the pocket where my memory card was.
He was going through all kinds of pockets, yeah. But we couldn't find the memory card.
Right.
We tore the kitchen apart. We searched the living room, the laundry room. I was even down with a flashlight underneath the washer and dryer. We have searched for this memory card multiple times. Mm-hmm. Multiple times. You and I both couldn't find it.
I thought the kid ate it.
We were scared. We were like, do we take him to the hospital? Because we don't know. Like, can you show up at the hospital and be like, my kid may or may not have eaten a memory card?
Yeah.
But he's been a pooping machine. I was like, well, there ain't no blockages. I don't think it's in there. I don't think he ate it. And that's kind of big for him to swallow without even so much as a gag.
Right.
Because, I mean, you and I, we were both right there. We just, you know, I mean, you turn your back for a second, kids are into stuff. So it's not like he was left unattended for a long time. I was like, I don't think he could eat that.
Well, I found it. It was laying right here, okay, on top of these cords. Like it was propped up like this. Now, the reason I know it wasn't there the whole time is because we just painted in here. Mm-hmm. And all this stuff was over there. So after I'd put the room back together, I had to set all the stuff up. I put these cords down. Was it last night? The night before? And it was propped up here like this.
Do you think Reagan or Riley had it?
Also, the volume button on the mixer was all the way to 10.
Well, I know last night we were about to put the kids to bed, and Riley has a giant stuffed Darth Vader. And it was downstairs, and I was like, Riley, we're going upstairs to go to bed. Can you carry Darth Vader upstairs? And he said, yeah, but I'm not putting it in my room. They have a giant Darth Vader and a giant Yoda. Mm-hmm. And they freak them out at night. Like, there's been multiple times where they've been crying and screaming and be like, get them out of here. 'Cause, you know, they're freaky looking in the dark.
Yeah.
So he was like, I'm going to put Darth Vader in the podcast room. The gate was open. The podcast room is right beside their bedroom. I was like, fine.
So do you think he took that opportunity to return my memory card?
I don't know. I said, I know he was in here, but it was very briefly. It was just, I mean, because I was right there. I think I was brushing Reagan's teeth. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. Just sit it down and come out. So I don't know.
Very strange.
It's really weird.
Very strange. It's been missing long enough that I ordered a new one and have it. We're recording on the new one right now. But, well, speaking of strange, speaking of the kids, the paint, Reese, which we brought this up before, one of the things you had to fix for us to paint the house, he ate the windowsill.
Mm-hmm.
Like
the window in the kitchen.
The windowsill.
Like not the window like over the sink.
Yeah.
We have another window. It's normal height just in the wall, obviously. Anyway, yes, the windowsill is right at like mouth level to him, and he likes to look out that window. I'll lift up the blinds, and he'll sit there and look out the window. But the other day, or, like a month ago, he started chewing on the windowsill. So it like had bite marks all in it. And our windows, they don't have wood around them. They're not like framed in. So it's just like the drywall. And he ate it. So I took and like I spackled it and fixed it all nice, as nice as I could. And fixed it where he ate it.
Now, I have some news. I was at work the other day, and I was telling somebody about that, and he told me why Reese did it. So I was going to...
Oh, please enlighten me.
I was going to bring that to you.
Please enlighten me.
He said that he has a vitamin deficiency.
Okay, so that's why kids eat your house? Oh, that is... Does this person have children?
No. Now, I've heard this before, that like having weird lacks in different vitamins will make your body crave weird stuff.
Yes.
So his working theory, which I'm sure that, this has probably been proven to some degree, was the kid is missing some kind of vitamin, like you're not taking care of him the right way, So, and because of whatever you're doing wrong, he's going to eat the wall.
So forget that I've breastfed him every day of his life. I make sure he has fruit and vegetables every day. He drinks milk now, like, regular cow's milk. How that became regular, I don't know. But yeah, forget that. He needs some drywall in his diet.
Let me interrupt this for a second. I just had a weird thought. We drink milk from cows, right? Isn't it strange that if you handed me a cup of breast milk,
you would be repulsed.
Yeah,
I'm not drinking this.
Like, that's freaking gross.
But if you drink booby milk that's made for baby cows, oh, that's normal.
But yeah, I'll drink the milk out of a wild animal.
It's not wild.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
you're
an
drinking
animal. But I'm like, oh,
the milk
of
a giraffe.
But like, I would probably drink the milk from a giraffe before I drink the milk from
like
a
when
woman.
you break it down, because I mean, we grow up and we're so used to like society and this is normal, this is how we do things. But yeah, like if you really put some thought into it, like the whole breastfeeding thing, a lot, people are on both sides of the fence about it, but a lot of people are like, they're not going to drink breast milk.
No.
It's for babies, but will not give a second thought to drinking the breast milk of a cow.
Yeah.
Because that's normal. Pour it on my cereal, dunk some Oreos in it. That's normal. Breast milk, No, it's weird, right?
Yeah,
I mean, because breast milk is made for humans.
Yeah, it is.
For human consumption. And people are like, ugh.
No, it's gross.
I don't even want to see that.
It came out of her.
But yeah, like, go milk a cow. Yeah. It's delicious.
A goat. If somebody was like, this is some goat milk, I would try it. Here's some giraffe milk. That's weird, but I'd give it a shot. But if someone's like, hey, this is breast milk from this lady down the street, I'd be like, ooh.
Yeah, especially like if it was a stranger. Oh my God. Oh no. Ew. Yeah, that's... It's weird when you think about it, right?
So what brought us to that? What were we talking about? Vitamin deficiency.
Reese being, vitamin deficient because he eats the wall.
No. So what really happened is, like you said, it's mouth height. He was looking out the window and just wanted to chew on something.
It's the same reason why Reagan and Riley's old crib looked like some wild beavers got a hold of it.
He's teething too.
It was chewed. I know.
Maybe that's a part of it.
His nice crib that hasn't been chewed on yet, I noticed today has chew marks. And I'm like, oh.
Well, what's happening?
Yeah.
It's happening. We need to lower that crib. He's like standing up and getting close to the top.
Yeah, we really do.
You want to hear kind of a cool story?
Sure. Hit me.
Before we get into this, I don't want anybody emailing us about gun laws or anything like that. This is not a story about whether or not Katie and I support gun law or go against the gun law. This is just a story that I thought was pretty awesome. This lady in Texas, somebody tried to steal her car, but her kids were in the car, and she pulled out a gun and shot this man.
I don't blame her.
Which is understandable.
Yeah. If I had a gun on me and somebody was trying to steal my car with my children inside, I would not think twice. I'd pop a cap real quick.
Normally these stories, I don't even read them. Like if I see it, I don't read it because I'm so burnt out on gun stories and race stories and stuff. I just don't want anything to do with it. But the reason that I decided to read this one was not because a woman shot a man, but because of where she shot the man.
Like where on his body?
Yes.
Did she shoot him in the crotch?
No. She shot him in the face.
God dang. She wasn't playing around.
Like in the movies, when you watch movies, any movie that has gun violence, people get shot where? In the chest, right?
In the knee.
In the knee, the arm, or in the center of the forehead.
Right between the eyes.
Right between the eyes. Not one time. I mean, I'm sure it's happened, but like, typically when you think about somebody shooting somebody, it's never in the face, like in the teeth and the nose. You know what I mean? That man came in, she pointed the gun right at his eyeballs, right in the middle of his face, and went poof. Like I'ma kill you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh
yeah, that was definitely, I'm shooting to kill.
Yeah.
She wasn't messing around. Her baby's in the car.
Like
I feel like doing that all the time.
Whoa, what?
When people be driving crazy around me and my kids are in the car,
no, you're talking about committing murder.
Well, people need to back off of me.
You're gonna cause me to have to raise these kids by myself.
Show me another mom driving and people driving crazy around her car and she don't think murderous thoughts, and I will show you a liar or somebody who doesn't care about their kids.
Either one of those, huh?
It's one or the other.
You've been having a lot. So when we first got together, it was 11 years ago, 12 years ago, 13 years ago, something like that. We've been married for 11. You wouldn't have said stuff like that.
I didn't have kids then.
You know?
Having kids changes you.
So it's been real fun as a husband to like watch you evolve, devolve, or however you want to put that for that certain situation. But one thing that I've enjoyed recently is that you would go, "Hey, I got something to talk about on the podcast." And I'm like, "Cool." And then you would... That's
not recent.
No, this is what's been recent, is that you would give me weird things to remind you of that. You looked at me and you said, "Put this in your notes, how to satisfy a woman."
Yeah, and that's how I remember.
Now, this is
I was going to remember the story I had to tell you.
I was so intrigued because you don't ever go anywhere. We've discussed this. You're here at the house.
I want to go anywhere fancy. I was at Walmart.
But you went to Walmart and then came back and said, "I need to talk to you about how to satisfy a woman." After you had just returned from Walmart. So my interest has been piqued for like 4 days.
That happened today.
No, it did not.
Yes, it did. That was today. I went grocery shopping today.
Oh my God, my week.
Oh my God, are you okay?
I guess. It's been a long week.
Like, it hadn't even been like 12 hours. It's only been
Well, it has felt like an eternity.
It was like maybe 8 hours ago.
So you got to tell me. I'm dying.
So I went to Walmart and I'm standing in line at the customer service place because I had to make a return. And the line was long. There was several people in front of me. And Reagan was with me. I had her. She was sitting in the cart. And I'm standing there and I'm like texting Megan or something. And then all of a sudden this old man comes up.
Whoa.
And he kind of leans, he's like behind me and he kind of leans around my shoulder and says hello to Reagan. You know, he's an old person, just, you know, old people and kids. Old people are just drawn to kids and want to say hello to them and talk to them. And Reagan is super shy. I mean, super shy. So he says hello and she's just like staring at him. And he's like, "Oh, you're a pretty little girl." And I was like, "Yeah, thank you." And usually most of the time, that's the gist of the conversation. And the old people go on about their way. They may ask how old you are, you know, whatever. Well, this old man proceeded to talk and talk and talk. And he starts telling me that his granddaughter just had a baby a couple days ago. He even told me it was a little girl, told me how much she weighed, how long she was. And it just went on and on and on and was just talking, told me where she went to college and that her boyfriend done took off and we went back to college without her, and now she's taken out papers so he can pay child support. I know so much about their family now.
This is a stranger.
Yeah, complete stranger. He didn't even tell me his name.
When did we get to the part about satisfying the woman?
So anyway, he's talking to me about his granddaughter and her having the baby. And then all of a sudden he looks at me, he goes, "You're a woman. Let me ask you something." And I was like, okay. And he says, "How do you satisfy a woman?" And I was like, "Do what?" This just got real uncomfortable. And I'm looking around like I'm about to have to take my daughter and jet away from this man. Like, I thought he turned creepo just like in an instant, you know? And I'm like, dude, I started noticing like how close he was to me. And I'm like, whoa. And and he was staring at me, like he was legitimately asking me a question and wanted my opinion. And I said, well, I'm laughing, you know, like that nervous laugh. Like, I said, well, that is a very open-ended question now, isn't it? And then he starts telling me about, I don't know if it was his wife or the granddaughter. I'm confused. He said, she sends me to the store all the time, and I get what I think she tells me, and then I get home and it is never the right thing. She ain't never happy. And that's what he was referring to, not...
Maybe he should just buy the right stuff.
But I was like, oh, because he looked straight at me and was like, "How do you satisfy a woman?" And I was like, oh, I don't think this is the time.
So how about you stop talking to strangers?
He was talking to me first. Well, he was talking to Reagan first. You
are old enough to not put yourself in a weird situation like that.
I was just standing there in line, okay? Weird situation came to me.
It's not weird. Can I say your age?
I guess. I'm not ashamed.
It's not weird. How old are you?
Oh my God. Do you really don't know how old I am?
I just don't want to say it first.
How old are you?
I am 33.
Okay.
It is, okay, I know what I'm going to say. It is not weird for a woman in her 30s.
I'm 35.
To look at a stranger and go, "My mama told me I can't talk to strangers," and then turn around.
Well, I couldn't. I was trying to get to customer service to return this freaking gigantic painting pole that you bought that was like meant to paint the outside of like an 8-story building that you bought for us to paint the inside of our house.
Yeah, I never painted like a big project like this.
I was like, "Can you go buy this 4-foot painting pole?"
Yeah.
So we can paint, because we have a 2-story house, and where the stairway is, you know, that one wall goes from the bottom of the stairs all the way up to the second floor.
And we need a pole.
And you came home with this gigantic, like it extends to like 16 feet, and I'm like, oh my God.
So I told you, I was like, well, you got to at least try to use it, because...
And I did.
I spent the money. You were hitting the other walls.
I attached the roller to it, and I'm like, I can't even like move because I'm like hitting things behind me. It's so big. I'm like, nope, that's not going to work. So take it back.
Yeah, just say it. Just go, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to talk to strangers, or I have to scream and blow a whistle. And I promise you they will leave you alone.
That was probably, for, you know, a few moments, the most awkward conversation I've ever had with a person out in public. I mean, I've worked in retail for many years and, you know, had lots of strange conversations, but that one took the cake. He was serious, dead serious looking at me. And I think it was just a poor choice of words on his behalf. And bless his heart, he was old and didn't realize it, but I was like trying not to panic.
You know what would have been amazing? If, like, without grinning or laughing or anything, if you just looked in his eyes and went, "Anal."
Oh my God.
And then turned around and then just didn't say anything else.
Oh my God.
Oh.
So we painted our house, like a lot of it.
We did. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to stay this color for a very long time.
By the time we got done, I made the comment to you. I said, I hope we love this color for a very long time. Yeah. We painted day and night, sun up to sundown, late into the night, into the wee early morning hours.
For like 3 days.
For 3.5 days straight.
Now, here's
We went through 8 gallons of paint. 8 gallons.
You brought this up like, what, 3 months ago?
What about painting?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I've wanted to paint ever since we moved in.
So I was like, okay, well, you know,
and it just wasn't feasible to do. We painted the kids' rooms, like, whenever we closed on our house, we painted those 2 rooms.
Yes.
And then, because I wanted them to be settled and wanted Reese's nursery set up, but we were preparing to have Reese, and so
sure,
all painting got put on hold, and so we're like, let's do it all at one time.
Well, I didn't really, you know, I knew it was going to be work, and I knew that I was going to end up not doing, you know, probably as much as you, because I don't paint well. I don't know, some of it I don't like. I wasn't too worried about it. Well, about 3 days before my quote-unquote vacation was going to start so that we could work, I had a couple of drinks one night. And I can't remember if I don't think you did. I think it was just me. You know, and I wasn't like drunk or anything, but I felt good, you know. I was in the living room and I was just chilling there and I felt good. And you looked at me and you said something about the painting that ruined my whole night. Because
what did I say?
I hadn't really put a lot of thought into painting, you know? But you looked at me and you go, we got to get those coffee mugs off top of the bookshelf. It's a whole lot of them.
Yeah, I collect coffee mugs.
And then my brain went, oh my God, we are going to have to take so much crap off of the walls.
No, that wasn't where I mean, like, we don't have much hung up on our walls.
Well, I mean, like, just everything together. We're going to have to move the couch. The podcast room is going to have to be torn apart because I have stuff everywhere.
Our windows, every window that we painted around, we had to take the blind. Sorry. Every window that we painted around, we had to take the blinds completely down because our windows, they aren't framed in. So we had to paint around the inside of the windowsill. So we took down, I don't even know how many sets of blinds. Like the one in the living room is like really long and freaking heavy.
Yeah.
It was like my body physically hurts. Like after I did some like Tuesday night a little bit, got a head start. And then, we painted all day Wednesday. Then Thursday morning when I woke up, I couldn't move my hand. My right hand, I went to go bend it. It was like swollen and sore. And I was like, God dang, all I was doing was painting. Like, yeah, my body, it hurts. It just hurts so bad. And I know my mom and I know your sister, and there's probably other people, they're like, oh, I love painting. It's relaxing. Well, nothing relaxing about this crap.
No.
So next time we decide to paint anything, we're going to round up all these people who think that painting is so relaxing. And we're going to have a painting party.
I'm going to charge them. I'm going to be like, I'm going to relax the hell out of y'all.
Be like, let's have a relaxation party. You paint. I'll sit here and watch because I find that relaxing, and everybody will be happy.
Yeah. It'll be great. It was not relaxing.
No, it wasn't relaxing.
And like every night.
Maybe because we just took on so much.
Not every night. This is the third night we finished, but the first 2 nights at around like midnight, I was just pissed. Because I can't believe we're not done. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't
It definitely took a little longer than I expected. We definitely bit off more than we could chew.
Well, a guy at work made fun of me because I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting ready to take some vacation time. And, you know, the first day we're going to paint the house. And
you thought we were going to do it in one day?
I did.
Oh.
And he goes, it takes a little bit longer than you think. And I was like, it's not going to take long. We just one full day. We'll knock it out. It's like living room, kitchen, upstairs. Nothing to it.
I knew it wasn't going to be no one day.
I was wrong. 3 days into it, I was like, I'm going to be painting this house for my whole freaking vacation.
Tuesday, I wanted to get started. Technically, Wednesday was our start date. But Tuesday, you were going to be getting off work early. And I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get started and see what I can knock out Tuesday evening. And I'll work, until I get tired to go ahead and get a jump start on it because I knew this is a major project. And then it's like, you came home late. And then it was like, oh, well, I need I had to watch the baby. Well, I mean, I had the baby. You had to like do some work on the computer and like the hours are ticking by and I'm like starting to stress and was like, I need to get started. I need to get started. This is going to take forever. I got to get started. I was panicking. Yeah, I was panicking that I didn't get more time on Tuesday to start. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a whole lot.
Anyways, it was a very unique vacation.
Unique. That's
yeah.
one way to put it.
So, I'm not going to say that I went through or am going through a midlife crisis.
Oh, God.
Because it's not.
What?
But I've been going down this weird nostalgia episode for the past week or so. It's been crazy. MXPX is putting out a new album, right?
Yeah.
And when I listen to MXPX, it's nostalgia.
Of course.
Like, we were teenagers. That's what we listened to, you know. And what was I doing? I was looking at their video on YouTube or something like that. And then, you know, once you hit play on a video, there'll be like a suggestion. You know what I'm saying? And I saw this band called the Interrupters. And I don't know what snapped in my brain, like what happened, but I was like, we'll see what that is. And I hit play. And it was weird because I don't normally do that. Like, if it's I don't go out searching for music. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't do it. And the first thing that pops up was Hellcat Records. And my brain just went back 10 years. You know what I mean? I used to listen to
more than 10.
Oh yeah. I used to listen to anything Hellcat Records put out. Like, it was rad. Like, everything they were putting out was gold. We listened to punk rock, and that's what Hellcat Records was for the most part. Rancid. I mean, just really cool stuff. And I don't know, I just, all of a sudden, that's all I wanted to listen to. I just wanted to listen to punk rock, and I haven't been listening to that in a long time. You know what I mean? I listen to everything. It's not been focused on one genre. And for the past 2 weeks almost, that's all that my brain has been wanting to listen to. And I was just thinking about all the stuff that we did growing up. It gets a little weird. That song I listened to by the Interrupters was called She's Kerosene. Mm-hmm. I loved it. I've never heard of this band. I had never heard of them before. Well, like any music that I found that I really like, I reached out. I didn't really expect to get anything back from them because they were, they're big and I just didn't know, whatever. But I reached out to them, and the bass player, Justin, wrote me back. I told him, I was like, hey, I just came across your song, and I have a show and I want to feature the song because I like it. And he's like, yeah, that's rad. Do it. So we're going to feature that song, She's Kerosene, by the Interrupters on the episode.
It's really good. I
also was like, I'm going to get the album. I'm going to get the album because I want to hear what else is on it. So I'll go to iTunes and I get the album. Or I look for the song and I get the album. And you're not going to believe what the name of this album is.
What?
Fight the Good Fight.
Are you serious? Oh, wow.
How freaking crazy is that? Because I'm in the process of going through this nostalgia thing. For anybody that doesn't know, the first band that I was ever officially in was a punk rock band called Fight the Good Fight. So it was just this weird, memory lane thing that I drove through.
That is pretty wild.
So anyways, you guys got to go check out this band. It's called the Interrupters. The song She's Kerosene, which we're going to feature at the end of it, is great.
It really is. It's really
good. Really good. I'm not even joking. In the past week, I bet I've listened to that song 50 times.
All while we were painting.
Yeah. So, I threw it in the playlist, and the playlist was only, an hour and 15 minutes long?
And we listened to it
over and over for 3 days, for 12 hours a day.
And over.
So hang out after the episode and check it out.
Why are you swallowing so hard? I can hear you swallowing you're like...
I'm sorry.
Do you need some water?
I got some,
are you nervous?
I am nervous.
Why are you... You're swallowing really hard.
I'm sweating. I'm starting to puddle up in the chair here. It's gross what's happening to me.
You need to take a break.
I don't. I need to get some sleep though. I feel like as far as vacation goes, I am more wore out than if I wouldn't have taken vacation.
Oh my God. Yeah. See, Reagan and Riley were saying, with your sister, they have vacation Bible school. Mm-hmm. So it worked out. They went to vacation Bible school, but Reese stayed home with us. And trying to paint the majority of the inside of your house while having a teething 13-month-old baby that, you have to look after, it is quite the task. quite the task. Like, he cried for like days.
Yeah.
So we were kind of having to take turns with the baby. And so like basically only one of us could work at a time until he went to bed at night. And then today, we're done painting now, but today he cried. Oh my gosh, he cried all day long.
Yeah, poor guy.
Teething. Yeah, oh my gosh. So it's been rough. We're exhausted. There was one night he didn't go to bed until, I don't know, way past his normal 9-ish bedtime.
Tonight.
And well, while we were still painting. And then you and I stayed up till like 2 a.m. painting, and then he woke up at 5:30.
Yeah, it was rough.
And then we still had painting to do the next day. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm wore out.
Yeah, it's been a hard vacation.
I'm so tired.
I'm so looking forward to going back to work. That way I can get some rest.
I told you the other day, I was like, you're going to be so glad when you go back to work.
So, sorry. Anyways, let's finish this real quick. Hang out after the episode. You're going to hear the song She's Kerosene, and then you can go find them at wearetheinterrupters.com. They're also on Facebook. I'm sure they have Twitter or something like that. But if you...
The interweb.
Yeah, just go listen to it. It's so good. Keep an open mind, even if you don't listen to this kind of music. Keep an open mind, listen to it. It's catchy. It's amazing. Go to their website, tell them Bob and Katie sent you. So, there we go. You can also go to patreon.com/Bob and Katie Show and support this. So, go support everybody. You got lots of money. You can do it.
Spread the support. Spread the love.
Go. I heard a weird bug fact.
Bug fact?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to hear it?
Is it gross?
Yeah, of course.
All right, tell me.
So, the female dragonfly apparently just wants to have sex all the time.
What?
Yeah, like on like a constant basis. Yeah. So, I don't know how it works. Evolution, whatever. The male dragonfly, if you got any kids listening to the episode, you might want to cover their ears.
His member.
His penis has a scoop on it.
A scoop?
On the end of it. And what he does with it is when he starts to mate with the female, he scoops out anything that might have been left over from another male so that his sperm can make babies.
Well, that is very interesting.
How much of a sex-crazed organism do you have to be that the other sex goes, we need to form something on our body to scoop all the nastiness out of you? Isn't that crazy?
I'm never going to be able to look at a dragonfly the same ever again. It's like a little sex machine flying around. How many people have tattoos of dragonflies? I know that's like a popular thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever even seen that.
What?
I'm gonna hang on.
Are you Googling dragonfly tattoos?
It is one. I typed in dragonfly and like the top thing.
I told you.
The top thing was Dragonfly Jones. I don't know what that is, but I feel like I'm gonna click on that in a second.
I think I want to know.
But the second thing was Dragonfly tattoos, but we're gonna click on Dragonfly Jones and see.
That sounds way more interesting.
I know what this is.
What is it? What is Dragonfly Jones?
Dragonfly Jones was a skit that Martin Lawrence did.
Okay.
That's him as a little meme, a Dragonfly Jones.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
Wow, that's like 90s stuff. Yep. Okay, here we go. Dragonfly tattoos. Wow, it is really a thing.
Yeah, you used to work in a tattoo shop. How do you not know that dragonflies are a popular tattoo
I had no idea.
Item?
I had no idea.
Like butterflies. You know, like lots of people have tattoos of butterflies.
That is crazy. I wonder if these people know these sexual facts about these.
Probably not.
Like, do I dare say rapist dragonflies?
No, just because they like doing it a lot doesn't make them rapey.
Well, they're definitely deceitful.
Deceitful?
Yeah, I mean, the male scoops stuff out without her knowing about it and puts his stuff in.
Well, how do you know she doesn't know?
I don't know.
Anybody say she didn't know?
Maybe.
She might be like, yeah, you need to scoop that out.
I can't even, like, the dancing you were just doing, I can't wrap my mind around.
That was my dragonfly dance. It was like dragonfly mating.
I can't. I don't know. I don't know where to go with that.
Man, You know how dragonflies will fly right into you? They will just bump into you like they don't even care.
No, I have never been bumped into by a dragonfly.
How have you lived and you know nothing about dragonflies? Have you ever been outside? I've had dragonflies fly into me, like bump into me so many times.
I mean, to be fair, I go outside. I don't make it a habit to like stay out there on purpose. I mean, like I'll get to the outside world to get to somewhere else. Like when I go outside, it's to find another place inside. There
are people, a lot of dare I say the majority of the human race, like enjoy the outdoors. Some people go to great lengths to spend time in nature. People will go miles out of the way, hike miles out of the way, climb up mountains because they love outside and nature. And you're like, I don't want to go outside.
People work a whole lot harder to be inside of a house than they do to be outside of the house.
You don't even like sunlight.
I don't. Especially in the morning. That's like the worst.
That is so crazy to me. Because like I'm not a morning person at all. And I'm like, I get up and I'm like, I need to see the sunlight.
And like people that want to watch the sunrise, I was like, that's not okay.
What? We've done that before.
Yeah.
Multiple occasions.
Because you wanted to do it. And
no, it was not my idea every time. Don't you be putting that on me. So let me tell you, I went grocery shopping today. Reagan went with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up getting a lot of stuff. And I'm checking out and I looked at it, I said, Reagan, we got so much stuff. And what it was we didn't go to the grocery store like the whole time we've been here painting. So we're just surviving off of what we have here. So we had like nothing in our house. So I had to go get food so we could survive. And anyway, I said, Reagan, we got a lot of stuff. And she looked at me, she said, I didn't do it, you did it. And I was like, Reagan.
Dime you out in a second.
I was like, you just gonna throw me under the bus like that?
She did that mess to me tonight.
I said, Daddy's gonna be upset. And she said, it wasn't me, it was you. You picked up all this stuff, Mommy, while she's sitting there holding her special little $2 little tiny 6-ounce juice.
Yeah.
And a Lunchable. And a dress. And shoes. And a bottle of nail polish. And I was like, you ain't gonna be like this. Oh, it was all you, Mommy. I bought you food to live. Look at you with your dress and nail polish and stuff.
Now,
just go roll me right under that bus.
Tonight you made these pizza stuffed pepper things that were so good. And you had a bag of pepperoni. Well, when you were done, I was like, you want me to put this up for you? And you're like, yeah. And I snuck some, I turned around, I opened it. Now Reagan saw me.
And of course she wants some. That girl, she's up under my feet all the time when I'm cooking and she's got to have some of everything.
You try to be smart as a parent. And I didn't want her to draw attention to you that I was sneaking pepperonis, right? So before she reached that point, she goes, I want pepperoni. I went ahead and handed her one with the thought, oh, she's going to put this in her mouth and chew it. And
she turned right around.
And she turned around, popped you on the shoulder and said, Daddy gave me this pepperoni. He's eating some too. But like, I just gave you some of the pepperoni. What are you doing? You're diming yourself out. Like, when does it get to that point that I can be like, all right, I'll tell your mom about this now? And they listen.
Hopefully never.
And they listen.
Hopefully never. My brother was like that growing up. He's probably going to hear this. There was 3 of us. I was the oldest. My sister was the middle. My brother's the youngest. Mm-hmm. Me and my sister, we could keep a secret from my parents in a heartbeat. Mm-hmm. In a heartbeat. And there was so many times, like, especially once we got a little bit older, like when, like, if my parents left us home alone and like I was in charge or something, and, whatever would happen, and we'd be like, don't tell Mom and Dad. And my brother, he'd be like, okay, I promise I won't tell Mom. Mm-hmm. And the second she would walk in the door, Mama, guess what Katie and Carrie did?
That's messed up.
Every single time. See, he would pinky promise.
And that's how you get peed on in the bathtub.
Right?
Didn't you talk about that one day? Didn't you say y'all held him down and peed on him in the bathtub?
So we eventually learned he can't keep a secret.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't keep a secret at all. Like, he would swear up and down. I won't tell her this time. I won't tell Mom this time.
Like,
the first chance he got, he would rat us out.
Riley is 3 years old and he's trying to learn how to lie.
Oh.
Like, he'll do something wrong and we'll find it. And like, we'll ask him like, who did this? And he'll go, Reagan did it.
You know what he does now? We'll be like, Riley, Why'd you hit Reese? It was my hand. My hand did it. Like, his hand has a mind of its own. He has pulled that mess so many times. It was my foot. And so I've had the talk about Riley, being responsible for his own actions. I'm like, Riley, why'd you make a mess right here on the floor? Oh, it was Reese. Well, Reese is in his room asleep. It ain't Reese. Like, that boy, oh my gosh. He makes up excuses and he lies. And so we're trying to nip it. Yeah. Nip it. Yeah. He'll straight up be like, my hand made me do it. What? And they're real bad. We have twins and we kind of knew this was going to happen. We're like, who did this? Who broke this thing? And they blame each other. Yeah. We're like, well, one of you are lying. Who's lying? I'm not lying. The other one's lying. And they've done it so many times. And it's always Riley. It's always Riley. Like, Reagan be telling the truth. And it always, because we finally pull it out of him. Riley be like, it was me. Every time.
She came down one day from upstairs and she said, Daddy, you need to go clean up the lotion. I said, what?
What?
I said, what lotion? She goes, I made a mess.
She'll tell on herself.
And I was like, oh my God.
See, Reagan, she'll come to me, like, if she makes a mess or something, and she'll be like, Mommy, I'm really sorry. I made a mess.
Well, I think what she did was
Riley will try to hide it.
She grabbed a bottle of your lotion, and she probably tried to put some in her hand. But you know how lotion is. Like, if you put too much, it won't go in. So I'm assuming what she did was she tried to rub it in, and it didn't rub in, and she started wiping her hands on the dresser. Oh, gosh. And then she wiped her hands on your nightstand. Like, she was trying to get that lotion off her hands.
She is in this state. She's very girly. She's very girly.
Extremely girly.
And she wants to wear perfume and lotion. I mean, she's 3 and almost 4. But so I've tried to allow her. I can't discourage her completely. Because, she is a girl, and she's going to grow up one day. And I want her to know the proper way. Like, you don't douse yourself with an entire bottle of perfume. Like, so I'm trying to teach her. And so I let her put on lotion, it's like Bath and Body Works lotion. And I try to teach her, only a little bit and rub it in good. And sometimes she'll come to me and she'll say, look, Mommy, I put lotion on. I should be just shiny. Like, her legs and her arms, like, she's just glistening because it's like so much and it's not rubbed in. And so, I'm like, okay, Reagan, it's too much. We gotta rub it in. Let's get less next time. And then she'll be like, can I have some perfume too? And I'm like, no. I smelled you before you walked in the room. No.
I can't wait to see what this evolves into.
What, our kids?
Yeah, like as they get older, they get smarter about the lies. You know what I mean? Because we're pretty intelligent. And I spend my day actually at work investigating things. Mm-hmm. So like I think about things differently than I think I would if I wouldn't have gone the route in my career that I did.
I am very intelligent, but I'm also extremely observant, especially things within our home with our kids. And so between the two of us, I feel like our kids are not going to be able to get over on us at all. Like, ain't nobody pulling no wool over our eyes.
And they will. I mean, they're going to get away with it.
Oh, they're going to try. Sure. I know they will.
But I think they're going to have like a worse go at it for sure than I did. I'm very interested. I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah, they're not getting away with crap with us. I'm scared that I'm going to be one of those like super strict parents, like way too strict. And like, I don't want to smother them or be too strict. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't want them out of my sight ever. So.
Well, it's coming. Like they're growing quick. We're looking at getting them in school. Like, that's crazy.
I don't even want to think about it.
You about to tear up?
I don't want to think about it.
Well, I won't take it down that path. It was a happy path. What are you going to do? Okay, everybody, thanks for listening. It's been great. It's been fun. We've been out for a week or two. We had a lot of stuff going on. But patreon.com/The Bob and Katie Show. Go check that out. I think there's like 17 bonus episodes right now. There's fixing to be another one because we watched this documentary called Evil Genius. Is that what it was? Mm-hmm. That's crazy. So we're going to go talk about that for sure because that's been a thing for us on the Patreon edition of the show is that we try to learn things.
I
and then talk
love a good documentary, man. I love documentaries probably more than the average person.
I think they're okay.
Oh my God, I love documentaries.
But we're definitely going to talk about that evil genius thing because it's weird and
oh
crazy.
yeah, it's wild.
And obviously we're getting ready to play She's Kerosene by the Interrupters, so check that out. Go check them out at wearetheinterrupters.com or on Facebook, The Interrupters. And most importantly, find your laugh.
Find your happy.
I'm a match, she kerosene. You know she gonna burn down everything. She an arsonist in her pastime, and I've been burned for the last time. Time, whoa. I've been burned for the last time. Time, whoa. I've been burned for the last time. It started out like any other morning. The sky was red, he took it as a warning. She kicked the hive, now the bees are swarming. Now play the victim till the crowd starts forming. She got a history of making a scene, yeah. She telling stories, she got started like he's the executioner, but she's the queen. And he's the one whose neck is in the guillotine. And he said, I'm a match, she kerosene. You know she gonna burn down everything. She an arsonist in her pastime, and I've been burned for the last time. Time, whoa. I've been burned for the last time. Time, whoa. I've been burned for the last time. The smoke clears out and he's been awakened. He said this life could be mine for the taking. She needs a drink, so she starts shaking and put a victim till his heart starts breaking. No real tears, cause she don't mean it. This landscape used to be so scenic, and he can make it out if he can dream it. Rising up from the ash, he's a phoenix. I'm a match, she kerosene. You know she gon' burn down everything. She an arsonist in her pastime, and I've been burned for the last time. Time, whoa. I've been burned for the last time. Time, whoa. I've been burned for the last time. Play with me, you play with fire. You play with me, you play with fire. I'm a match, she kerosene. You know she gon' burn down everything. She an arsonist in her pastime, and I've been burned for the last time. Time, whoa. I've been burned for the last time. Time, whoa. I've been burned for the last time.
This has been a Cabcast Studios production. For more episodes and information, visit cabcaststudios.com.